Well, good morning from Texas, and today is the day when we drop off the rollback to its new owner and pick up its replacement. But first, we've got to check all the chains and straps and binders on this thing because, like I said, we're in Texas now. We left early this morning out of New Mexico. We're heading across I-40, and what a piece of road that is. I mean, it is terrible. And there was one spot just right back here where we hit hard to a big bump. I was just watching the front end of this thing just bounce up and down in the mirror. So want to take a good look at everything. But Texas, New Mexico, you guys got to do better. This road is absolute trash. So we're going to get everything checked over. It all still looks good, but we'll check everything and then continue on through Texas here to go get this thing off the trailer and show you guys what is replacing it. This is what I was worried about hitting right here, having that come down and slam on that big bump because this thing was bouncing back there. The license plate is bent back a little, but that's because when I loaded it to get this thing all the way up, I just drove up till I hit it and then I backed up like 6 inches. But on that big bump, I was afraid it was gonna slam it. Doesn't look like it did, so we should be good. All right, I'm gonna check everything out and then get back with you. All right, everything is checked out good. Not a single strap or chain has come loose. Not even the ones up there holding the wheel grids down that I was most worried about, so that's good. But I will say, that truck was definitely the wrong choice for this trip. This is a heavy haul truck, obviously, and that front axle right there is rated for 23,000 pounds, which means those leaf springs right there are rated to carry 23,000 pounds. That ain't putting no 23,000 pounds on those springs, meaning they aren't doing very much moving. So all of that is just jerking right through this whole truck and shaking it around. You can see I sit right here, and that stiff front axle is right there. So yeah, it's a very stiff and rough ride when this thing is not super heavy, which it's not. I probably should have pulled the Zac lift off my white truck and took that one on this trip because that white truck has a 14,600 pound front axle, which is still heavier than a standard truck, but nowhere near this one. And it would have been a lot smoother ride. You can see I sucked that trailer up as far as I could. I'll actually show you how close I got it right here. I'm not that far forward, especially on this big spread drives, but I got as close as I could get up in here and still miss the tires on that bar when I turn. And that's to try to get every pound I can on that front axle to try to just help make those springs move some on a bump. But still a very rough ride. Probably should have not been lazy and pulled the Zac lift off the other truck and took that one. It would have been a good bit smoother. It wouldn't have been a toter home. That thing's an absolute Cadillac. That'd be the thing to have, but you can't do like commercial hauling with that. And also it's sold, so. Yeah, neither one hold a candle to that, but the white one is a hell of a lot smoother than this one. Can't carry the weight this one can, but definitely smoother. So, enough complaining, because people complain when I complain, but what does that say about you if you're complaining too? Same thing you're saying about me. That's the way it works. Okay, let's go. And hey, it's not always complaining if I'm not happy-go-lucky 24/7 and everything's always hunky-dory. I'm bringing you guys along with how things are going. Sometimes they go good, sometimes they go bad. Sometimes things are happy, sometimes things are sad. And I almost just turned into Dr. Seuss there for a second, so I'm going to stop that right now. But no, that's just, there's a lot of YouTubers that only show the super happy-go-lucky, everything's great, and look how yay me it is, and that's not my style. You're coming along with what's going on, and like I said, sometimes good, sometimes not so good. Nothing's bad here, it's just super rough and beating the hell out of me in the truck. I guess that's a complaint. Yeah, whatever, call it what you want, we're rolling. See, complaining does do you some good sometimes. I complained about how rough the roads were, and I got back in the truck and on the road, and everything got a lot smoother after that. It's actually pretty nice now, so we just got the cruise control set. We're just cruising our way across Texas. Okay, we pulled up on the Catskill here to actually get a weight and see what we really are. I'm hoping for at least 15 on my front axle, but I don't think I have that, so we will see. Come on. Where are we at? 14,700 on the steer. just a little shy. I don't think I can get any more out of it, so we're gonna have to call that good enough. 74,240 total. Okay. I would really like to be like 17, 18, and then my springs would actually move, but I was hoping I could get at least 15. Pulled around here. Wow, they really take care of the place here. Stay, because apparently you're gonna be here a while. I don't need fuel, my tanks are almost full. If I was low, I would have filled before I weighed, but I want to clean my windshield and stuff up, so I pulled around here. Well, we are leaving the out of order truck stop. One of the food things in there is out of order. 3 of the 4 urinals in the bathroom is out of order. 2 of the fuel pumps are out of order. This guy's backing up because that guy's truck is out of order. Clearly the trash collection is out of order, so definitely lacking on their maintenance staff a little bit, but we're gonna get out of here. And yes, I did park in the fuel island because the guy who was in front of me was apparently out of order too. And by the time I pulled in here, he was just walking inside and I wasn't getting fuel, so I wasn't gonna wait for him. So he came out just before I did and took off, and now I can just leave. Oh, we are back in Waffle House territory. Do you know how long it has been since I have been to a Waffle House? Oh, I lived off those things for years when I was over on the East Coast traveling around. I think that's like a prerequisite. When you're on this side of the country, you've got to go to a Waffle House. And when you're on the west side of the country, you have to go to In-N-Out. And then Whataburger is just the trash in between. I said what I said. Well, we have made it to Elk City, Oklahoma, where I had to take my 30-minute DOT break. And I do gotta say, if we look over here, see where those trucks are going over there? That's I-40. Same highway we've been driving on for, this is the 3rd state now. This whole Oklahoma section, smooth as glass. So that means Texas and New Mexico, you guys got no excuses. It can be done. But speaking of being places, just to clarify something that has kind of popped up a little more often lately, is when I post about being somewhere, because you know, trucker, I go places, I get emails or messages or even phone calls. Please don't call. Like right now, I just posted I'm in Elk City, Oklahoma at this truck stop. And people are like, oh, I'm down the road, I'm gonna come down there. Come to my shop over here. I'll come buy you lunch and all that. And like, I appreciate it. Like, I'm not trying to say like this in an ungrateful way at all. I appreciate the offer and all that, but when you're watching this, I'm not here. YouTube isn't live. YouTube is usually weeks behind real life. Sometimes like in the winter when it's busier, we get like a month and a half behind because the videos start to stack up. So if I post that I am somewhere, you can rest assured that that's not where I'm at by the time that you see it. So just wanted to clear that up. Not only to save me getting messages and emails and calls, but to not waste your guys' time messaging and emailing or driving to where you saw that I posted I am to meet up with me and I'm not here, because that was weeks in the past. So right now in my world, I'm in Elk City, Oklahoma. Right now in your world, I'm at home. Okay, so we're gonna go inside here because my e-log says I'm tired for the next 30 minutes. It said world famous breakfast burritos, so we'll try that out. And you can be famous for good reasons and bad reasons. We gotta see which one it is. Oh, might have to get me some spares just in case. Now, I would not go as far as to say world famous, but better than what you get at most truck stops. Truck stops are really declined lately. This one, really good. Super clean bathrooms, very well stocked. All the food looked good. It's good for a truck stop. Like all the Loves taken over and all that stuff. Like, what happened to truck? You stop, have a restaurant, you can sit down and actually eat a meal, and then those are like disappearing rapidly. So we get out this way, I'm seeing more and more of truck stops have actual restaurants, but back out west, like that's almost non-existent anymore. It's terrible. There's a fly in my truck. Either way, my e-log says I'm not tired anymore, so we're gonna end the jabbering, we're gonna go get our truck. Well, it is a couple days later and a whole lot has happened since the last time you saw me. Obviously the rollback's not on the trailer anymore because I hauled it straight to its first job and unloaded it on the job, and then I ran it on the recovery. You're gonna see all of that in a whole nother video, but for now what you really want to see, my new rollback. This is, well, that's my beast. This is what they called the beast. This is a 2004 Kenworth T300, four-wheel drive obviously, rollback with a big old knuckle boom crane on the back. And this is going to be the replacement for my rollback that is out working right now here in Oklahoma. So this truck was originally built by the Diesel Brothers for the TV show, and then they sold it off and it went to a dealer down in Texas, and then Zach, who owns TW Towing and Recovery, which is where we are, he bought it and then he rebuilt the thing. It still has the wrap on it. That's got to go, like, a lot. If anybody out there is good at removing wraps that are totally sun-baked on and wants to do that for me and do that, please, yes, get a hold of me, because I need that done very much badly. That's got to go. What's crazy is they wrapped the stacks. This is the actual exhaust stack, and they wrapped it, so that is like baked on there. So someone's got their work cut out for them. I need that off, out of there. And I think since Hillbilly crashed my trailer, Robbie owes me a paint job on my new truck. That's how that's going to work out. The killer is the original paint color, but you can't see because it was red. There's a red truck underneath this. Look at it. Red. If they would have never touched it and just left it, it'd be my colors. But they put this wrap on it. So that's got to go. I think this needs a Robbie Layton red paint job once that's gone to freshen it all up. Put my logo on the side so that it matches that truck right there, and it'll be really cool. But either way, originally built by Diesel Brothers, went to a dealer in Texas. Zach with TW Towing and Recovery bought it and then rebuilt it. These Axle Tech 4000 planetary steering axles. So these are the same axles that are in Matt's fourth largest off-road wrecker, in Wrecker Rick's Hellboy, and as well as in Wrecker Rick's, what the hell's he call that big one? Indiana Homes. Same axles that are in all those trucks. And the rear is a steering axle as well, but it's not hooked up to steer. You see, they just got it pinned straight right here. So what I need to do is I need to set up a steering deal for this, and then also set it up where it can be pinned back straight, and then use like an electric over hydraulic pump with a toggle switch to steer it like we used to in the monster trucks, so that going down the road and on the road that's pinned straight and cannot move. And then when you get off road in the hills and all that, you can unpin it and then run your toggle switch to run your rear steer. That'd be freaking amazing on this truck. So Zach put those axles in it. It's disc brakes all the way around, air disc, planetary steering axles front and rear with full lockers front and rear. Very, very capable setup. Tons of ground clearance, as you can see. This bumper up here has got a 15,000 pound winch in it. Wow, lots of lights. The goofy stacks. Zach added this crane right here. When they did the Diesel Brothers build, they put a very small, like, hand crank one. It's kind of like an engine hoist to load engines and stuff up. He put this big old monster crane on here, and this thing will reach out and grab a car, an SUV, like a half-ton pickup and all, no problem, and lift it and swing it over and set it on the bed. So if something's over a guardrail down in the ditch off the side, you can reach out. I have the spreader bar set up for lifting vehicles. That I'll mount on this truck permanently, like full time. So you have it for this crane. You can reach out and grab a car out of a ditch or over a guardrail, something, just pick it up, bring it right over, set it on the bed. So that is really, really cool. It's got another 15,000 pound winch here on the bed. Got the outriggers, obviously, some toolboxes on the side, and it's your full normal rollback with the wheel lift on the back. What's surprising is this bed, it's not that high. Like, it's not really any higher than most other rollbacks, actually. I think this is the same height as my 40 TB. They actually did a really good job of keeping it very, very low. But yeah, this should be a fun truck that we can do a whole lot with this winter. Like I said, 2004 Kenworth T300. Ow, I just hit my head on the roof because it's a Kenworth cab and they're tiny. Not a fan of that visor. Probably go back to the stock one. It only has almost 154,000 miles on this truck. That's all it's got on it, which is very, very good. Pretty clean interior. Like I said, 150,000 mile truck. That's very low mileage. Yeah, I'm tall, so that's my view with the visor. So probably put a stock one back on it and probably paint it black. My thought is get this stripped. Need to find someone to do that. Have Robbie paint it red, and then the stacks, like all the other stuff, probably the visor even black as well. But all that black, probably be nice to paint that crane black too. And then the truck red with just my logo on the door, plain and simple, just like that truck right there. But now, we gotta get it loaded up. And yes, I'm gonna introduce you to Zach, the new owner of the NRC rollback here as soon as he gets back into the yard with it. It's, like I said, it's out on recovery right now. We planned on me getting here and we going over the truck together and showing you all that and introducing you to him since he's the new owner of my now old rollback. But I pulled in yesterday afternoon, stepped out of the truck, got out, shook his hand, literally that quick, got out, walked from there to here, shook his hand, and his phone rang, and we got called out to an accident recovery. Worked on it all evening, yesterday evening, and all day today, and now it's the next evening. And I came back with a load of stuff. They're coming back in with the rest of it right now. This means I can load up this so I can leave tomorrow morning now. Like I said, a lot happened, but you're gonna see all of that in the next video. Well, there it is. Oh man, we're like right there. We are right there, and we are right there. I think if I spin that outrigger plate just a hair, if it can spin. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the ticket. Okay, let's tie it down. So here is the other rollback coming back. There's the cab and two of the damaged AC units. That is hard to believe that was a truck cab. Rollback's first time driving into its new yard and loaded with its first recovery. Now that's a cool truck. And he just finished that one, which is why he's getting rid of this one. And we made the trade. So this is Zach, the owner of TW Towing and Recovery here in Stigler, Oklahoma, and also the new owner of my old rollback.
40 TB.
Yep.
Broke it in right today.
Yeah, and you know what I think is very, very fitting? My last job with it was also your first job with it. Yeah. I did the whole first part of that recovery with it, and you did the last part of that recovery with it.
Yep.
That worked out. I think that it's
couldn't have worked out better.
Very, very fitting.
Couldn't have worked out better. Oh,
so this one's loaded, going back to Oregon. The 40 TB staying here because you've got your new off-road wrecker over there all done and going.
Yep. Yeah, it's just been finished a couple days now, as far as paint and wrap and everything.
So this one I'm all happy with. I think this is going to work really good for a lot of the stuff I do. And we found out today that the 40 TB is going to work just fine for the stuff that you do.
Yep.
It's just fine. So a lot of people wanted to test drive it. before buying it. You took that to a
whole nother level.
whole nother level. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
here's the problem though. You named this the Beast. I named that the Beast.
Oh no, you got two beasts now.
Which one gets to stay the Beast?
That one. I don't know. The original one.
I don't know. This is a lot of truck right there.
A lot of truck.
Does this one get renamed something else, or does that one get renamed something else?
Take it and use it, and then see which one you want to leave the Beast.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you guys think? What one should get a new name, or should they both be Beast? This would be like the baby Beast. Oh, but in addition to towing recovery, you build super custom cool trucks.
Yep.
Like,
yep.
If anybody looks at that right there, do you see something wrong with it? There's something seriously not right about that. If you look just from here, you can see it. Now, what year is that body?
79.
79. Now, down there looks a little odd. Go ahead and pop that hood.
Looks like it's independent front suspension, doesn't it?
It does look like an independent front suspension. A lot of electrical parts down there that shouldn't be in a 79.
Yep.
And there's a whole lot more electrical parts in here that shouldn't be in a 79.
A little turbocharger over here.
Got a turbo hiding back there.
Hiding underneath.
And now where it gets even weirder is when you open the doors. Look, it's just an old 79 pickup. But when you open the door and it's super dark inside, you've got these power seats right here.
Heated and cooled.
Heated and cooled seats. Look at this. What does that say? A Ranger Tremor? Skinned in a 1979 Ford.
Yep.
And everything about it from the brand new Ranger, fully functional.
Everything about it.
Remote start.
Yep.
All your heated cooled seats.
And even the reverse camera.
How did you put that into this tailgate?
It's hidden. It's way in there.
It's hidden really good because I don't even see it.
Then the also showing this. You already said it. Oh, the hood's up.
Oh.
It knows the hood's up.
And the door's open.
So smart it knows when the hood's up.
Everything from the factory works just like factory.
Yep. Lockers. Gets 18 miles a gallon.
That is a cool truck.
Got the spare, the original spare factory receiver hitch.
So if you're stuck or crash your truck into a creek, Zach can pull you out, and if you need a custom truck built, he can get a little extreme if needed.
Yep.
You got like stuff like this,
you'll have to
four-wheel drive service trucks.
You'll have to throw in the 47 Kenworth in there, throw in a picture.
I'll put some pictures of that. That's a super cool one. Well, it is getting dark. We've been working all day. Like I said, you'll see that in a whole nother video, probably the video after this one. So stay tuned for that. You get to see my last job with the 40 TV and Zach's first. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. You gotta say goodbye.
Goodbye, y'all.